Welcome, spiritual travelers, to a Mystic Owl Pick a Card reading. Today, the theme is, what are you currently manifesting? So what are you putting your energy towards, and what is that energy going to produce for you in the near future? We have 4 piles today. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. I'm going to get some place markers for each pile from the Lunar Nomad Oracle deck. So just bear with me while I shuffle and get a place marker for each one of them. They're very hard to shuffle because they're so big. Okay, that'll do. So for pile 1, you have the snake. Pile 2, oh, you have the ship. Pile 3, oh, you have the anchor. I've never seen that before. It's beautiful. And for pile 4, you have the Stork card, which comes out all the time when I use this deck, I swear. So once again, we have pile 1 with the snake, pile 2 with the ship, pile 3 with the anchor, and pile 4 with the stork. Please use your intuition to choose a pile. I recommend just meditating on the images for a little bit and see which one sort of raises something inside of you. Remember, this is a general reading, so only take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. And on that, let's move on to pile number 1 with the snake. Hello, pile 1 with the snake card, number 7. There's a few snakes there, I think. Is that a python? I think it's a python. Snakes for me are all about healing. Shedding your skin and starting again. Letting go of those things that don't serve you anymore, like releasing it, shedding it and leaving it behind and moving on. Snakes can also be related to the need to watch your back too, that people aren't always being so honest to you. And that concept also relates to the 7 of Swords in the Standard Tarot. So there might be a need for you to make sure that the people around you are, treating you well and don't have a hidden agenda, basically. But yeah, I always see snakes mostly about a rebirth, or at least healing anyway, releasing the skin that doesn't serve you anymore. Let's move on to what you're currently manifesting though, with your Tarot and Oracle cards, pile 1. Your first card. You have the 8 of Swords. Interesting. You have the 2 of Pentacles. And you have Temperance. Okay. Your Oracle cards. Focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. Right, there's some sage advice there for everyone, I think. And your Moonology card. Ooh, it's the South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. Right. So there's definitely a clear message about looking after yourself for sure, pile 1. I say a group that can be very negative and down on themselves. Sometimes you allow yourself to get in your own head with the 8 of Swords here and the South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. You have a way of sometimes looking at the past and reflecting on things that didn't work out or certain situations that caused you pain and anxiety, and thinking that because of that, your life is always going to be that way. But that's not the truth, pile 1. You have the ability to change, to shed your skin from the past and to move on with a fresh new skin with who you're meant to be. You're being called to do this right now with the focus on your priorities, to take charge of those things that aren't serving you anymore, to let them go, leave them behind, so that your future can be a lot brighter. And with the cards of Two of Coins and Temperance, which both of them to me are all about balance and patience, basically. Learning to overcome these challenges and to change your mindset one day at a time so that you can be the more authentic version of yourself that stands in your own power and is able to like co-create with the universe and change your life for the better. I see a group that potentially has also struggled with certain habits and addictions in the past, and that I think maybe because of that you felt unworthy, or that you're bad, or that you can never change your ways. And I actually empathize with you a lot, Pile One, because I too have had certain addictions and habits in the past that have not served me well. And it's taken me a very long time, and I'm still working at it too. I'm not saying that I'm there yet. There's still things that I need to work on, but I've started to make the changes over the last 3 or 4 years that have led me to really feeling a lot more happy within my own skin, who I am as a person, and I try not to dwell on the past anymore. This reading is all about you not dwelling on the past mistakes that you've made, and to take control of the things that you need to change right now so that you can actually like move into a place of being more in alignment with your true self. There's a real need for you to like balance out certain aspects of your life. And I sense it's to do with certain habits that haven't served you, and overcoming the negative mindset that you have when you actually allow yourself to sort of dabble back into those habits. I know what it's like to get down on yourself and then to try and like ease the pain of those negative thoughts by getting into certain things that really we already know are not our best, for our best purpose. So this is a group that I really can relate to and empathize with. But it's time for you to take control, because you have the power. This reading is indicating to you, Pile One, that you have the ability to change your ways. So what I see you manifesting is the ability and the strength to overcome these addictions or challenges that have held you back, and to change your mindset and to know how strong you are. To shed the skin of the past and to focus on your future, where you're happier and have the power to like lead the life that you want for yourself. And just know that your angels are looking out for you too. So you've got the card, the angel here, and the focus on your priorities. You've also got the angel in the Temperance card, really like guiding you through overcoming this hurdle, because this is a really challenging time for you, where you're being called to let go of those things that don't serve you. And I know how hard that can be. But I do see a really positive and bright future for you when you manage to like take control of your life, Pile One. On that, let's see what else you're manifesting currently by getting some further insight and wisdom from the Commonplace Tarot deck. Yeah, so you've got the card here, don't let your past hold you back, your South Node. The Snake card indicating shedding your skin and moving on. Along with the Eight of Swords, really indicating that you can get into like a cyclic thought pattern of getting down on yourself, getting into certain habits and addictions that don't serve you, and that end up making you feel even worse about yourself. It's time for you to like stop judging yourself also, Pile One. I see a group that probably judges themselves a lot. Along here with the scales, indicating, I guess, the sign of Libra. But the scale's all about judgment, right? Libra are all about judgment and doing what's just for the world, basically. It's time for you to let go of personal judgments and to know that, like, you are worthy. We're all human beings and we're all here for our own experiences. So even if you may have done things in the past that you're not proud of, and I certainly have, absolutely. I am no saint, that's for sure. That they're just experiences. You can draw upon those things and know that, like, they will actually give you guidance and support in your future because you've learned from them. You can learn from those mistakes that you've made and know not to do them again. But also, then you have the ability to help other people in the future too. This could be a group that maybe could really like get a lot of benefit out of sharing your experiences with other people, that has the ability to then change your life for the better so that you can focus on other people and start helping them. Like the temperance there, the angel in the card of temperance, like guiding other people through learning and being patient with yourself. I also mentioned earlier with the snake that the snake could be about like watching out for people that aren't always true and honest, but I sense that's you, pile one. You can be your own snake, and you can also be quite ruthless and harsh to yourself, but those things aren't true. That's not who you are. Every moment in life is an opportunity to change your ways for the better, and to really like be that beautiful, authentic, kind, generous, compassionate person that you've always wanted to be. So the cards are really indicating that you have the power to do that, and it's time for you to start working on that right now. Your first card is the Chariot card. I was just talking about timing. It's time for you now to take charge, like the Chariot card, and to move on and to be the best version of yourself. But also the Chariot card relates to the star sign of Cancer in the zodiac, which are the most like compassionate and like motherly, nurturing of all of the star signs. And I think that's something that you need to do for yourself, to start being compassionate and kind to yourself, and know that you have the ability to like charge ahead and overcome these struggles and tribulations that you're putting yourself through. The next card you have is the Wheel of Fortune. Great. It's your time to like let go of the past karma, pile one, and know that your future is looking bright, with the sun shining bright here in the background behind the what do you call those things? A windmill. The sun shining bright behind the windmill. It's your time to release that negative karma, to release that skin that doesn't serve you anymore, and to have a happier and brighter future. And your final tarot card is the Fool card. Yes, and to walk out on your journey knowing that you've got nothing holding you back anymore. There's nothing to be afraid of. Once you choose to overcome these challenges and work at it day by day, this won't be easy, it will take time, definitely, but day by day you can make changes that will better your life. But your future is looking bright. With the Chariot card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Fool here, three major arcana, I see a massive change and transformation here. And knowing that when you release the burdens of your past, you can move on in your future with positive karma and a brighter mentality. This is actually a really beautiful reading. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, but what you are manifesting is the strength, pile one. You are manifesting the strength and the resolve to change these things that don't serve you anymore, and to release these negative thought patterns so that your future can be quite bright and magical. Lovely. Finally, for you, pile one, let's get a closeout message from the Universe Has Your Back deck. I also mentioned earlier a group that really could benefit from actually talking about your experiences with other people. And as I said, I see the scales here indicating the star sign of Libra. Libra are all about serving the greater good, right? Serving humanity, serving the world, and bringing justice back into the world, doing what's right. I see a group that could really turn your world around completely and draw upon those negative experiences to better your karma by sharing your experiences and helping other people. So in a way, those experiences that you've been through aren't wasted at all. They will actually lead you onto a bright future where you can mentor people through the same experiences, basically. So this reading is indicating that you are manifesting the ability to overcome these challenges, but also manifesting a really amazing future when you choose to do the work, pile one. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. That for me is really indicating that, surrendering is really all about admitting to yourself finally that it's time to change your ways and to like let go of those things that aren't working anymore. When people say it's time for you to surrender, it's all about like actually accepting that there's things in your life that you know you have to change that aren't working. That's the ultimate surrender. Sacrificing those things that you still probably hold quite dear to yourself, but knowing that it's for the greater good because it's not serving you, it's causing you anxiety and pain. But also knowing that you have a really bright future ahead of you with this little like flower which you blow into to make a wish. You have a really bright future ahead of you that you can use upon these experiences to help and guide other people. Shed that skin, pile one. Surrender. Let go of these things that aren't serving you, that I know have been causing you pain and anxiety and are really hard to overcome, but you have the power to do it. Focus on your priorities and move on because your future is looking really amazing. Free of pain, free of anxiety, in flow with the universe. That's all I have for you, pile one. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And let's move on to pile two. Hello, pile two with the ship card. I always see the ship card as either like the need to travel, like wanting to go on holiday or like go overseas, like a overseas travel. Or it's also about like changing direction, taking flight on something new. Following your intuition and moving towards your North Node. Interesting. But on that pile two, let's find out what you are currently manifesting by looking at your cards and your tarot cards. Ooh, you have the Emperor. Lovely. You have the Strength card also, 2 major arcana. And you have the Ace of Coins, beautiful. And your Oracle cards. You have the answers you need are coming, full moon and Gemini. Oh, and you have savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. Okay, what I see for you, pile two, is that you are currently manifesting the belief that you have the ability to change certain patterns in your past. And I see that the progress that you've been putting in, because I see that you've been working on this for a little while now, is starting to pay dividends. With the savings card here in the Ace of Coins, I sense that you're starting to realize that you are responsible in terms of how you look after your money. I see a group that's been like struggling in the past. I would call you a battler, basically. Always on struggle street, basically. That have had a lot of like trials and tribulations in your past, but I do see a very determined, strong group with the card of Strength and the Emperor here. The Emperor being all about like discipline and determination. A group that hasn't let your trials and tribulations or challenges in the past really hold you back. You've always managed to find that inner resolve to overcome any battle and to move forward. I do see a group though that sometimes potentially can like compare yourself to others. I sense that you've always felt that maybe you haven't always been lucky in life, or that other people have had some certain advantages that potentially you haven't received. But I sense that even though you have an ability sometimes to compare yourself to other people, you've always managed to find a way to keep going. I am picking up on a group too that recently has made changes, that has started to actually like take responsibility and make those changes and to move forward in terms of actually taking responsibility for some financial issues that potentially you've had. This is about you continuing on your path of actually sticking to those changes that you've made and knowing that the more determined you are and the more you persistently stick to these changes, that your future is looking a lot brighter, and that you actually do have the ability to change your own path. I really commend you, Pile 2. This is good work. So what you are actually manifesting, Pile 2, is a brighter future. This is all about abundance and actually looking after your financial future by making the changes now and continuously sticking to them. I also see a group that potentially has a new opportunity coming in very soon. And the reason I say that is because you've got the card here of Full Moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming, indicating that there's some new information or an epiphany, something that will be coming to you soon that will guide you in a new direction or give you clarity on something that's been sort of unclear in the past. And with the Ace of Coins here, which is about like a new offer, leading you to greater abundance or wealth, potentially a new career, but a group that started to like really make some brave and consistent changes, and that the rewards for those efforts are starting to come in. You're starting to, I guess, pick the fruits for your labor, Pile 2. I am also seeing here for you, Pile 2, something else that you are manifesting is the potential to really like stand out from the crowd. With the ship card here and the balloon sort of sailing through the air, along with the compass here sort of indicating you're heading towards your north node, and with the Ace of Coins and the peacock showing off her feathers, a really beautiful, stunning, vibrant animal that likes to like show off their true colors to the world. Along with the Emperor and a solid foundation, I sense that there's an opportunity here for you to like really step out of your comfort zone and to be in the spotlight somehow. And along with the card of here, the answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini, and the strength card. This is going to be something that's really uncomfortable, I think, for you, but you just need to really trust in this intuition that you have. Trust your intuition and your gut instincts, Pile 2, which will lead you on the right path to overcoming any financial challenges that you've had, and pave the path for a greater, more secure future with the Emperor here and the savings card. So what you're manifesting, Pile 2, is not only the rewards for overcoming the challenges that you've had in the past and those consistent efforts of like taking control of your own life and your own issues, but also because of that, you're being rewarded with potentially a new path or a new career opportunity that will really put you like in the limelight somehow and take you out of your comfort zone. So there's a need for you to like be courageous and to know that if you trust this guidance that you will be receiving through your intuition, that all will be okay and that your future is looking really amazing and bright. And you deserve it, Pile 2. I sense that sometimes you feel like with the twins here in Gemini, sometimes you get down on yourself and you can think that you don't deserve to be happy or to be successful, but you do, because you've been through the hardships, Pile 2. And it's now time for you to actually stand in your own power and to be happy and proud. Like the Emperor here, very strong, determined, and proud. Awesome. I commend you, Pile 2, for the work that you've done, because it's hard to change your mindset when you're feeling down and out. But you've always kept fighting, and you've always found a way. But now it's time for you to actually like be the happier and more authentic version of yourself that trusts your instincts and the guidance that you receive, and actually like put yourself out there. On that, Pile 2, let's get some further messages about what you're manifesting in your future from the Commonplace Tarot deck. I also see that this is something that's going to be like, that's going to bring you a lot of joy too. When you align with your North Node and start sort of following those steps to following your life purpose, it just brings a lot of joy and satisfaction because you feel like you're not actually battling the universe anymore. You're actually in alignment and things just start to flow a little bit more. And the reason I say that is because you've got the ship card indicating that you are moving towards your life purpose or your greater cause. And you've got like a lot of turquoise and green in the savings card in the Ace of Coins, indicating that you'll be operating from your heart space a little bit more and just feeling the joy and the love, basically, pile 2, which is really lovely. I also see that you're coming into balance with your divine feminine and divine masculine. I see a group that's probably worked from their divine masculine a lot in the past, in terms of always sort of pushing forward, feeling the need to control, to constantly overcome, and to like feel the need to keep going and going. But I see that you're starting to come into balance with your divine feminine too. With the little girl, the angel here in the savings card, the twins in Gemini. I see your divine masculine and divine feminine coming into balance. And when that happens, like your life starts to fall into place. So the 2 cards that came out for you, pile 2, are the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And you also have the 8 of Swords. So what I see there is that in the past you've restricted yourself by your own limiting self-beliefs, basically. I sense that you've had a little bit of fear and haven't always sort of gone after the things that you've always wanted, because potentially you've felt as if you weren't deserving of these things, or that only bad things happen to you, and you've always struggled to overcome that mindset. But I actually see you now releasing yourself from those binds that you've put yourself in, to start shutting down those negative thoughts and actually taking control and moving into the energy of becoming the 9 of Pentacles. As I indicated before, this is going to take some time, but your persistent efforts are starting to pay off, and I sense that you're starting to see the benefits and the rewards for the work that you've done in your past. You're moving slowly towards turning this 9 of Pentacles in the upright position and actually becoming your own independent, most authentic, happy version of yourself, which is really beautiful, pile 2. So you're manifesting a beautiful, bright, vibrant future by overcoming your own inner restrictions and starting to realize that those things that you were telling yourself in your past are just not serving you anymore. And really dedicating yourself to working hard to like take control of your financial situation and any challenges that you've put yourself through, basically. Great work, pile 2. Finally, for you, pile 2, let's get a closeout message from the Universe Has Your Back deck. Lots of air energy in this reading. So you've got the 8 of Swords. You have the twins in the Gemini card, and the answers you need are coming. You've got the ship there in the air sailing. I see a very cerebral group that can be in their own head and be their own worst enemy sometimes, but you've started to actually change that, I sense, and to be the positive twin. Just remember that this is something that's going to take some time to manifest completely, but the hard work and dedication is paying off, and I say that because you have the 9 of Pentacles there and the Ace of Coins, indicating a fresh start and a new opportunity to like build your savings, like the savings card there. Just stay determined like the Emperor and keep going. You have the card of, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Lovely, okay. It's important for you to change your mindset and continue to try and shut down those negative thoughts and to tell yourself that you actually are worthy, pile 2. Because when you're in a place of actually feeling joy and love and happiness and being grateful for the things that you have, the universe is matching that for you in your life, and it's starting to really reflect in your outer world. I sense that when you start to feel joy and be grateful for what you have, you're starting to notice the changes around you, which is really magical, and I commend you on that, pile 2. Lovely reading. Just stay strong and determined. And know that the guidance you need is coming. That's all I have for you, pile 2. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe. And let's move on to pile 3. Hello, pile 3 with the Anchor. It's an interesting card. I've never seen it. I love the red coral, it's pretty. What I'm getting from this image, I guess the Anchor could have 2 meanings. I'm picking up on a group that either is starting to build a solid foundation in their life, realizing that they need to have a routine or structure in terms of anchoring themselves to reality, being grounded a little bit more, and starting to follow through with those things that are bringing structure to your life. Or I also see potentially a group that maybe sort of lost in their own emotions, that feel as if they're potentially drowning or feeling a little bit down and stagnated. But there is joy and happiness around you. Look at the beauty in the coral and those shells. Anyway, let's see what you are currently manifesting, pile 3, by looking at your oracle cards and tarot cards. Your first tarot card. Ooh, it's the 2 of Cups. Lovely. Love. Oh, you have the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. And you have the 5 of Wands in reverse. And your oracle cards? You have the Void of Course Moon. Nothing will come of this situation. Okay. And you have the card of donations, tithing, and charitable work. I never know how to say that. Tithing or tithing? Give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you. And know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, and other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. Okay, that's a beautiful message. What I see for you, pile 3, is a group that really has the ability to manifest their own thoughts into reality. The feelings and thoughts that you focus on physically sort of mold your world around you, but not only that, really impact, I guess, manyfold on how you feel too. So if you're feeling down, I sense that things happen around you in your world that reflect the way you're feeling, and then put you into a bit of a spiral of feeling worse and worse. So it's all about, for you, pile 3, you are the master manifester. So what are you manifesting? You are the master manifestors. You can really manifest anything that you want. This is a really positive reading in the sense that you are a gifted manifestor, pile 3. You have the ability to change your world around you and to change your situation by changing your thoughts and actually choosing to feel a different way. So I sense, as I was saying, that when you're feeling down, things just start to spiral for you. Things don't go well in your outer world. But when you actually are feeling uplifted and happy, you have a massive impact on other people. And you can see that they are feeling happy and vibrant too. And things just start to fall into place in your outer world also. The reason I'm saying this is because when you are grounded and actually focus on doing the right things, like the anchor here, then you feel a lot of self-love with the 2 of Cups. And feel alive and inspired, like the Ace of Wands here. But when you are sort of feeling low and trapped in your emotions, then potentially you get really down on yourself, like the 5 of Wands, and things just don't work out for you, like the Void of Course card. Nothing will come of this situation. So for you, pile 3, it's about always trying to stay in a positive mindset. And I really hate it when I hear that in readings too. I'm going to just give myself a bit of a caveat there. It's not always possible to be happy and uplifted, and I know that. I think it's a load of shit when people say, oh, you just need to be happy, you just need to like change your mind. It's a load of crap, I think, but but there is truth to it, in the sense that if you choose to actively try and change your thoughts, which we all have power to do, when we're feeling down and negative, we can change our own mindset and start to replace it with positive thoughts and shut down those negative thoughts that we have. So if we say something like, oh, I'm not good enough, nothing's going to come for me, just tell yourself, no, that's not true. That's just a story in my head. That's not true. I am worthy and I am good enough, and things will happen for me that are good. And start to focus on those positive thoughts. And then you have the ability to really like manifest whatever you want. Pile 3, this is a really powerful group in the sense that you are master manifestors. So what you are manifesting is strong manifestation skills, really. And with the card here of donations, tithing, and charitable work, it's all about sort of projecting positive energy out, right? Giving to those people in need, or giving your time and energy to things that bring you joy and that project joy to other people. Projecting positive thoughts to any situation that you may be in. And capitalizing on like the rewards of your efforts of trying to stay in a positive mindset and to feel happy and vibrant. Because there is a lot of beauty and magic in this world, Pile 3. Like, even if you are feeling like you're drowning or that you're not coping, there's always beauty around you, with the coral here. And the Two of Cups too. I sense that you could really do with when you're feeling low and down and out. It's good for you to maybe get out into nature and go for a walk, and to actually focus on, you know, animals and plants, and see the vibrant colors around you, or to take time to like smell the roses, or to watch a bird just flutter by or something like that. But a group that really has the ability to like change your outer world pretty rapidly, I sense, also, by just maintaining like a positive, happy vibe. The anchor here represents like a solid foundation and a grounding, something new in your reality that will bring support and happiness for a brighter future. You're starting to come out of these internal conflicts that you're having with yourself. I see a group that has started to do some work, like Pile 2, similar to Pile 2, a group that's done some inner work and starting to learn to like shut down those negative thoughts. And the more you do, the happier you'll be, the more inspired you feel, and the more love you'll have for yourself. Yeah, just keep at it, Pile 3. Good work. Oh no, let's get some further messages for you about what else you are manifesting from the Commonplace Tarot deck. So with the Void of Course Moon, nothing will come of this. And the Five of Wands in reverse. I sense that when you actually are feeling really down and out and low, or feeling like things haven't worked out or panned out for you, and or things that you've focused on haven't panned out for the best, you can get quite down on yourself. And then I see a group where like, yeah, things start to spiral negatively. And I mean that both in terms of your emotions, but also like things that happen in your outer world too. I sense that like if you start to dwell on not having enough money, you'll end up finding more bills that need to be paid, or realize that you've missed a payment on your mortgage or something like that. But then when you start to project positive energy, like the card of donations, tithing, and charitable work, and do good things for yourself and others, things start to like fall into place, and you start to feel alive and vibrant again, like the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups here. Your first tarot card, ooh, is the Lovers in reverse. Interesting. And you have the Empress card. 2 major arcana. I'm actually going to get one more for you too. Oh wow, and you have the Empress. So you have the Emperor and the Empress card. 3 major arcana card that came out just then for you, pile 3. This is all about self-love. Really. What you are also manifesting, pile 2, is not only the ability to be a master manifester and managing to change your mindset and learning that the more positive that you are, the more vibrant and happy you are. But you're also learning to love yourself. You're slowly learning to love yourself and to manifest self-love. And I say that because you've got the 2 of Cups here. You've got the Lover's card in reverse, which indicates to me self-love. The Empress card, which is all about nurturing, being compassionate, patient, and fertile. It's about nurturing and looking after yourself. And the Emperor card here is sticking to it, having determination to overcome these challenges and battles that you're having, and learning that the stronger and more that you dedicate yourself to actually being positive and projecting positivity to the world, the more that you'll start to feel love and joy for yourself, and like a feeling of being satisfied and happy with who you are. But also starting to realize that your world around you will start to be a lot more vibrant and happy too. This is a very powerful group, a very strong manifester. This pile is similar to pile 2 in the sense that it's all about changing your thought processes and how you feel, and realizing that has an impact on your outer world. Pile 2 is sort of leading towards manifesting like a greater financial path and more abundance in the life. But this is about you like learning how to be satisfied and happy with who you are, and those changes will actually reflect in your outer world too, pile 3. Also coming into a place of balancing out your divine feminine with the Empress card here, and your divine masculine with the Emperor. Learning to like do those things in your physical reality that will ensure that your future is looking brighter, but also learning to love yourself and be compassionate and kind, and realizing that like the universe is working with you to guide you to a happier future. I am also seeing here with the anchor, it looks a lot like the scales or the sign of Libra, about finding self-love and balancing the scales. This is a beautiful reading in the sense that you're starting to realize that you have the ability to change your own mindset and change your own world, pile 3. And I really commend you on that. Finally for you, let's get a closeout message from the Universe Has Your Back deck. There is also potential here for you, pile 3, to like find your divine counterpart. I am also seeing, this may only resonate with some of you, but this is also about you actually meeting someone that could be your divine counterpart or your soulmate, basically. If you're a woman, potentially meeting your Emperor. Or if you are a man, potentially meeting your Empress. Or of course, you know, if you're same-sex attracted like I am, I might be meeting my Emperor very soon. But you've got the 2 of Cups here, indicating loved, right? You've got the Lover's card in reverse, which I sense represents when you find happiness and peace with who you are in your own skin, that love will naturally be sort of divinely guided to you. But you've also got the anchor here, like the sign of Libra, indicating love and abundance. And the card that jumped out for you, I am the loving energy of the universe. Wow. A very strong, powerful group. It's important for you to always try to maintain like a loving, happy, positive outlook on life, because that really reflects in your outer world. It impacts the people around you, but it's also what will help you find happiness within yourself and potentially bring on your divine counterpart too. That's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And let's move on to pile 4. Hello, pile 4 with the Stork card, number 17. I always see this card about relating to like rebirth or renewal. The stork brings in the new baby, right? And I also see the eggs here. I guess nurturing new life, basically bringing in new life, a fresh start. But also about the stork standing in the water on one leg. Starting to find independence and your ability to like stand up for your own needs, basically. Interesting. Let's see what else you're currently manifesting with your tarot and oracle cards, powerful. Cards. So you have the 10 of Swords. Never a beautiful card. You have the 3 of Cups in reverse. And you have the Ace of Swords. Interesting, that's lovely. Your oracle cards. You have the card of Surrender to the Divine. Full Moon. And you have the card of Attracting, not Chasing. I'm just noticing the similarity in colors there. Can you see that? It's amazing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. Okay, beautiful message. Oh, I'm seeing, as I was mentioning earlier with the stork here, number 17, I'm seeing a fresh start for you, pile 4. And it's positive. It's a positive start because I sense that you haven't always been in love with yourself a little bit. And it's been based on situations that you've been through in your past. With the 10 of Swords here and the 3 of Cups in reverse, I see a group that hasn't always been treated so well by other people. A group that's potentially been subject to bullying, or has been, I guess, the brunt of people's jokes, or a group that's potentially had a massive falling out with a group of friends or something, or your family. There might be some conflicts within your family and your friends groups, but a group that's really like struggled socially, I sense. The 10 of Swords being about being stabbed in the back by someone, and the 3 of Cups in the upright position is all about being social and having fun, getting out and celebrating. But in the 3 of Cups in reverse can indicate that potentially you've lost, I guess, connections to a strong core network, whether it be your family or friends and some loved ones. It also indicates potentially a need to like take some time out from being social and to focus on yourself a little bit. But what it is leading to is a fresh start. I also see a group that's probably been trying really hard to like impress people and to make a good impression by potentially trying to be funny with the Ace of Swords, like with your wit and humor. And a group, and I say that because you've also got here attracting, not chasing, indicating that in your past you've been chasing or trying really hard to like get ahead in life or to impress people and to make a good impression. But I think the universe is really calling for you to take a pause right now. Pile 4. This really reminds me so far of like the Hanged Man in tarot. It's time for you to stop whatever it is that you're doing because it's not working out for you, and to actually like take some time to connect with yourself. Take some time out from being really social or trying to like work really hard to impress people or to make a good impression at work or with your social group or your friends and family. and actually focus on yourself and your inner needs, because you're really birthing something here quite amazing. And I sense what it is a strong intuition and guidance from the universe. I say that because you've got the Ace of Swords, which for me is all about your intuition or connection with something higher. And the card here, Surrender to the Divine, along with attracting, not chasing, to stop and allow it to come to you. Because something is birthing inside you with the Stork card here, and it's going to lead you to a lot of joy and satisfaction. And I say that because you've got the Stork standing here in the water, and also the Three of Cups in reverse, indicating that it's time for you to flip this card over and to start to feel alive and vibrant and happy again, because what you've been doing in the past hasn't been working. So what you are manifesting, pile 4, is a stronger intuition and connecting with yourself to guide you on your path. But also, you're currently manifesting a change, a fresh start, a new beginning, and a chance to do things differently, where you're more in tune with the universe and acting from a place of sort of attracting, being patient and nurturing, more feminine, softer aspects, as opposed to really going out there and trying to take control of every situation. I see a group that has needed to always be in control in the past, but it just hasn't worked out for you. So this is actually a really beautiful reading, in the sense that there's a fresh start coming in for you and an opportunity to change the way you do things. I also see here a group that is highly attuned and quite sort of spiritually inclined. You've got here the Surrender to the Divine, the indigo color here also in the attracting, not chasing, but along with the Stork standing in the water. You have a very strong intuition, and I sense that you haven't always given it the time or focus that it's needed, because this group has some spiritual gifts that they can really tap into if they were to do the work. So not only do you need to pause and change the way that you've been doing things and start focusing on sort of allowing things to come more to you and to going with flow with the universe and allowing things to pan out the way it's supposed to, but also to focus on really strengthening some spiritual gifts here. A group that could really benefit from spending time in nature or meditating a lot too. I see a group that has the ability to be like a channel that can communicate divine wisdom from the universe through your words. Strong third eye chakra vibes here with the indigo purple colors. Your higher chakras are quite aligned, and it's time for you to really spend some time working on those, powerful. There is a need for you to spend some time alone and to take time out and to really change the way that you're approaching life right now, because it's all going to bring in some new amazing energy and a fresh start, which is really beautiful. On that powerful, let's get some further messages from the universe about what you're currently manifesting from the Commonplace Tarot deck. Your crown chakra too is quite aligned, and I say that because I guess those colors there and the Surrender to the Divine and the Attracting, Not Chasing cards, along with the Stork card too, are both sort of an indigo and a purple color related to both the mind chakra and the crown chakra. But you've also got the crown on the Ace of Swords, on top of the Ace of Swords, which is the card really about intuition and epiphanies, a deeper understanding. The group that also could have some strong claircognizant ability too, just inner knowings. I sense that hasn't always been easy for you in the past. People have not always been the nicest to you. I'm picking up on a group that is quite unique or different, a little bit eccentric potentially, and people don't always relate to you so well. So you've always struggled in terms of personal relationships, but it's all for the better, because you have a deeper calling, I sense, Pile 4. You're supposed to stand out for being different as opposed to like trying to fit in, and trying to fit in hasn't worked for you in the past. So your cards, your first card, oh, is the Ace of Cups. Lovely. Beautiful. I was mentioning a fresh start, new energy, like a chance to like start all over again. But this is a like happiness and divine guidance. So the Ace of Cups to me indicates a strong intuition. But also the ability to feel love and joy and happiness. The Ace of Cups is also about, like, I guess, finding joy within, which is really beautiful. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Lovely. And your final tarot card, pile 4, is the Chariot in reverse. Right, perfect. Really, like, reiterating what I was talking about before about the need to stop, because you've been the Chariot in the upright position, trying to charge ahead, really trying to be a go-getter and controlling your life, trying to make a good impression on certain people, but you are different and you are unique, and you are supposed to stand out from the crowd. You're meant to pause right now, to stop, and to be the Chariot in reverse, and just to pause so that you can tap into a stronger intuition with both the Ace of Swords here and the Ace of Cups. Because you have some spiritual gifts and they're trying to guide you on your path and lead you to a greater purpose in life. Because it's your time now, pile 4. You've been through the trials and tribulations. It's your time for good karma to come in. When you do the work and pause, good things will start manifesting in your life. This is a really powerful and spiritually attuned group that really needs to focus more on those spiritual gifts. I am seeing a group that I would call like a light worker potentially, or a starseed, that is meant to like pause and surrender to the universe and just trust that the universe has your back and will bring those things to you, to be receptive as opposed to being controlling and aggressive. What I am also seeing here, you've got the Stork card in the number 17, but you also have the Cormorants here in the Chariot card. Can you see that? So you've got the black and the white Cormorants here, very similar to the Stork. You may have like a Stork or a Cormorant as your spirit animal, but it really like strengthens the message to me that there is a fresh start coming and that you need to tap into that wisdom from the universe. Finally, for you, pile 4, let's get a closeout message from the universe as your back deck. But I already know it does, pile 4. You are strongly spiritually inclined, and the universe is trying to get you to surrender and take a moment so that it can like allow this wisdom and inner strength and guidance to come through. Remember, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, so all that karma is past. It's time for you to start again with a fresh slate, with a clean slate, and know that good times are ahead. And your card is, when I lean towards love, I am led. Lovely. So the Ace of Cups there about love, feeling joy and inspired again. Try and always give yourself self-love, praise, be kind to yourself. You are worthy. These trials, tribulations, the hurt and pain that people have inflicted upon you in your past is now over, and it's time for you to like love yourself and know that you have a greater purpose in life, and that will lead you towards your divine purpose. Trust in this intuition and take some time to really focus on your spiritual gifts, because I see a group that has most definitely claircognizance, that is a channel, but also I see a lot of empathic ability here with all of the water and the Ace of Cups, the Stork and the Chariot card related to the star sign of Cancer. A very empathic and emotional group too. That's all I have for you, pile 4. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.